Hi everyone, we are back here to the legend of the girl, of the woman, of Korra. So I already finished the legend of Aang and Korra. Now we had some extra videos to do, and the first one? Yeah, the first one is this, the game A New Era Begins. Um, what I know about this is that it's somewhere between the second and the third book of the series. So outside that, I don't know much, but let's begin this. And it's not much as well, so we're gonna finish this in one go. And now. Okay, so we begin with Korra just smacking some dark spirits. Oh. And of course, let's go back 1 week. Huh.
I hope you're not too rusty for this, bro. Me? I've been working the streets fighting crime. You're the one who's been fake waterbending.
No talk.
Can we focus?
Wow.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah,
Okay, bring it on.
they help a lot, right? Oh. Maybe.
Hello, sir? Are you alright?
Yeah, definitely the villain of the story. And bye bye, Korra. Captured yet again. So where is she? Okay, so we have some. I mean, imaginable since we are seeing the chi blockers here. Why the chi blockers are working for this guy? And Naga's here. Good girl.
You've got to get to Tenzin. He'll know what to do. Ha! Tenzin? Hello? I need your help.
Where is you, Tenzing?
Korra, what's wrong? Jinora, where are you? I'm with the rest of the family on an airship coming back from visiting Grandma Katara, but I can sense that you were in trouble. You could say that. Some chi blockers hit me with darts that blocked my bending, and I think they're following me. There's spirit water in the jars around the temple. It might help you recuperate. Which one?
Yeah, which one?
No time to talk. I guess I'll have to look while I'm dealing with these guys. Energy coming back.
And Waterbender is back. Bye bye.
And don't come back.
Oh, Earthbender is back as well.
Naga! Let's get to the docks. We need to catch a boat to the South Pole.
And
Guess I'm headed to the South Pole to get some answers.
I hope the guy knows how to swim, otherwise he's dead.
Looks like someone knew I was coming. Alright, let's do this.
Oh, fire! Okay. Only airbending is left.
Alright, girl, let's get to the portal.
So what is this plan?
Yes! I got it!
Yep, finally back.
Can't beat these things without my spirit bending.
Oh, that is also that. Okay. And of course you're gonna recover when she is in the spirit realm.
Who are you?
I am known by many names, but you may call me Hundun, master of the chaotic attack. In my time, I was a king.
What about I call you old man?
Still has much treasure in the physical world.
Ah, good Korra.
Opening the portals. Now they can march right in.
So you could, you have a lot of money and you buy this guys? Okay. Oh, she's back. The Avatar is back. Wow, 2 times.
But our battle is far from over.
Okay, so what are you doing? I don't see what is. Okay.
Fool either. When you injured me in a fight thousands of years ago, I was forced to meditate into the spirit world.
Okay.
Mortality, and after countless ages of searching, I discovered a technique that will make me whole again. A way to extract your chi from what the mystics call your panchen.
Sorry, but I'm using my chi right now. You can just wait here a few thousand years more.
Yeah.
My whole reason for living was so that I could exact my vengeance on you. Now that you are here, I
Hmm.
can achieve both of my goals at once.
And why you think you can win against her?
Last millennium, and I won't be forced to destroy you.
Over. But Korra, you haven't had a chance to meet my brother yet.
What?
You wounded all those years ago.
You have a brother?
Now you will truly this.
Ah! I don't know what's worse. That I kind of recognize what he was inspired, like what mythological creature it was.
You did it, Korra! I thought opening a portal in my lifetime would be an issue. It turns out I also have to answer for things I did 100 lifetimes ago. Well, at least after that, facing Tano and the Wolfbat should be no problem.
I mean, yeah. And that was the end. Okay. I don't know what to say about this. So first of all, yeah, it was different in many ways. Going back to watch something that like we already passed by since a long time ago, which is kind of the same thing with the comics, right? Because watching Korra and going back to read the comics is kind of like weird. And this was kind of similar. We had this new villain, which supposedly got defeated by a previous Avatar incarnation 1,000 years ago, sometimes 1,000 years ago or something like that, right? If my memory is right, that would mean that it is some Avatar that we definitely don't know about, right? I don't think it would be one, because if otherwise he would say it, um, and probably he would say like 10,000 years ago, something like that, right? Because it's some big number. He just say thousands, so yeah, it's definitely way before the first. Besides one, the first Avatar that we know of, which is the Fire Nation Avatar before Youngshan. Um, he probably was sometime between 4,000, right? 4,000 BC. BC is BC, or I forgot how is the date on the calendar, but like we have zero when it is the beginning of the war, right? And we have like after war and before war, right? So all the Avatar the Last Airbender was um 100 years after the war, so 100 after 100 AG, I think. So if I think it's BG, something like that. So it is probably something close to 400 BG that he lived, and it would not be enough to be him to he be the one that fight this guy. So it is definitely some avatar that we don't know about it. And he has many abilities. It seems it's interesting when we go back to see some of these enemies, bosses. Let's just call this term, since I think it's significant for a game. And most of them really help to develop the mythological. No, what's the term? The world building. It's not that the term, but let's stay with this. And we have this guy. We have in the comics. We have the forgot the name, the old Iron something, and the other spirits that died. And he did not like think that spirits gonna die with that. Right? It is stupid. And we have other one that is really cool. Well said term. The Mother of Faces. That is the mother also of Ko, the Face Stealer. Which I'm surprised that we did not see him in the Legend of Korra any time. So I love these mythological figures because most of them are like are completely they of course have inspiration in some mythological figures and like I don't know Grace or Egypt whatever and like it is really good. That one guy, it's ugly as shit, and I definitely recognize him. I forgot his name in mythological. I think he's Greek, right? I know who it is. I'm forgetting the name. But either way, it is his inspiration for this character. God damn it! I don't think we have much to say about plot because again, the game was not developed as much to have one besides the villain, right? We see that they have all the other characters in other places, like they are visiting Katara, and even if she goes to the South Pole, we never see them in time. But it is understandable. Also, I have to say. Um, I don't know if I gonna cut or anything, but like we have in this game some mini games about Korra walking into Naga, and I just remember a lot of games in old times that love to do that. Like for example, I'm gonna give one example is Crash Bandicoot. So I really like this game. It's definitely the best game of the series of all Avatar like Aang's game, for example. Definitely, it is. It is a expectorate game. No, I don't think it is. But it is. Well, first of all, it is canon. So it's the only Korra game that is well. Considering the one from the 3DS as well, but let's not talk about that. And the one for which is like only answering questions that the Nickelodeon did for the time between book two. Well, they did again, like with the second and the third book, just like here, this right. So yeah, this is definitely the best game of the franchise by far. I still like the first one of the Last Airbender as well because it is an original story, but as a game, that game is terrible. Everyone can play that. You can have some, I don't know, emotional tie with the game if you play as a kid, but you gotta admit it is pretty bad the game, um, in every possible way. But it has original story, and this one also has. The difference is that this is original story and it's canon, and the other one is original story and is not canon. For me, for some people, that make a lot of difference. For me, it doesn't make that much of a difference. But I do like his how can I say that his join I like him as a villain. He is way better than Unalak. Just to give an example. I mean, everyone is better than Unalak, so it's not that hard. But um, I also like a lot the pro banding because this game has a pro banding arena and you can play it. Like it is one thing that I was watching in a series and I was like, why we don't have pro banding anymore? Only the first season. I can understand why in a way because we would not have Korra anymore for a lot of reasons. And with Mako being like a detective which only works for one season, after all he was not anymore. Uh, and bullying, like it's sad. Like I could totally see one thing that could happen to him is Bolin became a pro banding champion. We could explore pro banding way more in the show that they did. Um, even maybe making possible other things like I don't know metal banding with. We could do a lot of things because as far as we know, pro banding only exists in Republic City. We could explore that a lot in other countries, for example. But yeah, um, outside that, we only see Jinora, which it is Jinora. Come on. Um, and we see the all the other. Oh, also I have to say, you have all the money that like you could buy anyone, and you buy the triple drafts. Like really, really, you could not think of anyone better than them. Really. Anyway, I do also think that they could explore more the sheep blocking system in the series, as we saw here in this game. So yeah, one last thing is that this game was released for 5 consoles, right? Was for Xbox, Xbox 380, PS3, and PS4, and also I believe for Steam. Um, And we also have a game from 3DS, which is not the same game. I believe it is RPG of how's it called, tactical RPG. And it's basically the same game. So yeah, I just decided to do this because like it has more cutscenes. It has like I don't even know if that game has cutscenes. Um, but yeah. Also, after that, we still have other things. Like we have the comics of Korra, which I still not even begin. And we have more comics from the last Airbender, so we still have a lot of out there in this channel. So stay tuned for more, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and the usual stuff. Talk more with other people about the channel. Talk to me. What do you want to see in this channel? Yeah, I'm always open to new suggestions, and even if I don't have more windows open to new shows right now, when I have, I will consider your opinions. So let me know in the comment section, and I see you guys in the next